is a very funny game, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen on a given night. I don't think you came out here thinking you're going to jump out to a 6-0 lead and cruise home.
No, definitely not. You never expect to be given many misses. Obviously, you take them when you get them. But we've been on the other side of games like that as well. So, all credit to the guys that came out firing. We played really well right from the hop. This was one that obviously we had circled on the schedule, having played this team or close to this team last year as well. We wanted to come out strong, and we did that. So we're feeling good about where our game's at. We've been playing well. Maybe one shot here and there throughout the week, obviously, but we'll take it.
A few tilts with Tyler over the years too. When you go back to juniors as
Yeah.
well, it's interesting. You look at this field and how many guys that have now that you're familiar with in your age group that were at all those juniors. It kind of is neat seeing that kind of, I guess, passing of the torch, for lack of a better description. Are you seeing that as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, look at how many guys that I've played against in juniors are here. Obviously, I started a little bit younger than most, but even in my last year in juniors, playing Matt in the final, I think Luke Saunders was a bronze medalist. So there's definitely a good caliber of curlers that are coming out of juniors, and obviously making that leap to the men's game. So it's great to see. It's fun to play against them. It's great to have that relationship and the camaraderie that comes along with battling for all those years. So it's fantastic to play against those guys.
A couple more days in the first pool portion of the round robin. What do you and the boys look to accomplish?
Yeah, you know what, we want to keep doing what we're doing. We're building. We're getting better every game. We've got a couple more games here to come, obviously, and some really tough opponents coming up. So we just want to play well, play strong. We don't necessarily look at wins and losses for every game. Obviously, we have goals within each game as well that we're looking to achieve when we're playing, a Botcher or a Gushu, who's the top of the world. So obviously, we're going to come out firing and do our best to shake things up. But the expectations are low on our end, which is an easy way to play curling sometimes.
Playoff bound, that's the main thing that you guys accomplished tonight.
I didn't even realize.
Yes, they all say that, Tyler, but that you're closer to the playoffs. It's all but official. Mission accomplished so far for you guys.
Yeah, we're playing well, and it's exciting. I genuinely didn't realize that. So that's always good news to qualify, and we're playing well. That's all we can ask for. It's been a little bit of an up and down season, and having a hard time getting an event where we're all playing together, and we're doing that here. So good timing, but we're excited to kind of carry that through for the rest of the week.
Did you see this coming? Like just how well you guys have played and how steady and on top of everything?
Sort of. I think we're all a little bit different and more played on events rather than the Spiel circuit. So I was excited to see what that looks like. I was kind of not really knowing what to expect, but I knew it was going to be better, and I'm very pleased with how it's looking.
As the kid of the team, I mean, you see a lot of guys out here that are relatively fresh out of juniors, guys you played against, guys you beat, obviously, over the years, and it must be kind of cool seeing that next generation of players coming up and doing so well at this time.
Yeah, it's really awesome, and it's all teams that we were having a hard time beating back in juniors, and they're coming here and they're doing the same thing. So it's awesome to see that the competition is hot for the youth, and we're in good hands. But is even though the teams are pretty young, I don't think anyone really feels the pressure of the Brier or anything. It's a new experience, but we're all here to win and do the best we can, and it's everyone's playing well.
I'm sure you watched Kevin play a lot of games over the years from afar and on TV, and even against him at a few events. Now that you're on the inside of the Cooey train, what have you noticed about him? What have you gained a new appreciation for him as a teammate?
I've definitely learned a good chunk of time management and how to deal with having a couple minutes in the last end, but I've gotten used to it, and I think it's a bit of an edge now. If teams are starting to do the same thing, we're a lot more used to it than the other teams, and so it's good.
Lots of younger players hook up with established skips to learn. Is that what you came over?
I definitely learned a lot, but I definitely didn't go into this season with wanting to learn. I think Kevin and the guys didn't really pick me to kind of mentor me. I think they wanted me for a specific reason, and that wasn't really to just be a learning experience. They picked me to do well, and that's the plan.
And you've held up your part of the bargain.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Barely.
Well, let's get your cousin in here, Jacques.
He looks like a liability to me out there. I don't know about you guys.
Any questions for the boy?
What does it feel like to be the second best looking cousin out here?
Oh, I could carve you up so hard right now, but I'm not going to do it.
No, you could. I respect you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, let's get Jacques in here now. He got the big win. Hey, Tyler, would you like to ask a few questions of Jacques?
Please don't. Please do not. There's like 6 things he could ask me that would break me. So.
Boy, it must be nice to get a reward. I know you guys have worked hard and not caught the breaks. You got some rewards tonight and you earned them.
Yeah, tonight felt like one of those nights where we finally, we were throwing the rock well and not getting tons out of it. Tonight felt like we finally started getting lots out of our throws, and I felt like we were very sharp, very, very sharp. And we started the game without the hammer, flipped the hammer quickly, and then got a fortunate 3 and kind of held on from there. So really good effort from the guys.
It can be a humbling game, and I guess there's you can only get reps and take those reps and get used to it. But when you're skipping at your first Brier, there must have been some tossing and turning at night, wondering what if.
Oh, totally. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still in this thing. We gotta win out to have a chance. But totally, like there's no free games out here, as they always say. If you're looking for the easy game, you are the easy game, right? So. For us, we had a tough start, but we're playing better now, and we have lots to build on.
Is it fun?
Oh man, it's the best. Like I think, I'm very competitive. I think everybody here is very, very competitive, and the most fun I've ever had in a game is playing Gushu on Friday night in front of a packed house. That was unbelievable, and so as long as we can keep playing, that's the biggest goal for sure.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Good solid Manitoba battle there tonight, and you guys come out on top. You must have been pretty pleased with the performance all the way around tonight.
Yeah, I think we got off to a really good start in that game. I think we had a bit of an advantage that Reed had a bunch of time off. Ice had changed quite a bit, got quite a bit straighter this morning, and we kind of took us a couple ends in the morning game to to get accustomed to that, and we knew that it was going to be like that for the evening game, and I think that it showed at the beginning of the game. We were able to catch them off guard a little bit.
You're getting everything out of this first few days of the Brier. Obviously, you got to be very pleased with where the team's at. Is there still work to do though, from a performance perspective, in your mind?
Yeah, I think we got off to a really, really hot start collectively. I think all 4 guys were rolling pretty good. I think maybe we're seeing front to back. We're seeing maybe a couple more misses here and there. Could also be just a product of, the teams are playing as well. They're putting a little bit more pressure on us. So I think there's a little bit of room to improve, collectively as a group.
I suppose you'd say you'd have to, because tomorrow night, a fairly big game, obviously, against the other unbeaten team, and maybe a personal thing for you against an old Skip. Is that a more meaningful game for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just meaningful in the event we're playing in. The fact that it's against Kev and a former teammate. That stuff, happens all the time. You're playing old teammates now quite a bit. So that part of it, is kind of what it is. But it's going to be a massive game as far as who probably gets first place in our pool.
Do you know how to rattle him?
Kevin is unflappable. You know that.